guys, welcome to another vlog. We are going to the Channel Islands for my best friend's wedding. She's getting married on a tiny little island called Sark, which you've probably never heard of, but it's near Guernsey. We're just coming to park up now at Terminal 3 in Manchester. We have Sophia with us. I have to sing at this wedding and do the makeup for the bridesmaids in the morning because I'm a bridesmaid as well. So I'm very nervous but also very excited to see Chelsey finally get married and Robin, of course. So come with us. I'm going with my mum and dad. They're going to help look after Sophia and let the adventures begin. Sophia's 5 months here and we felt a little bit better that she'd already been to France a month before, so we didn't feel as nervous. And with mum and dad there to help babysit, Joe and I had a few cheeky wines. So we had to fly into Guernsey and then get a boat over to Sark. And when we landed, we were told that the bride's mum had left a bag and hadn't actually put it on that boat, so we had to pick that up first before we got on it. So crisis averted. When we got on the boat, we actually hired a private boat because our flight didn't arrive in time to go on the public boat, and we're really glad we did because it was a really peaceful journey and we had lots of space on the boat. And look at this scenery, it's amazing. When you arrive on Sark, there is a big hill, so this tractor takes you up there. So we found it quite hilarious. It was a very bumpy ride. Oh my god, we're on a tractor in the sea. Oh my god. Once we got off the tractor, the bride and groom met us at the pub for a drink, and then we made our way to a beautiful cottage called Le Petite, and it was absolutely stunning, perfect for my mum and dad as well to stay with us as it was 2 bedrooms. So we settled in nicely for the night, and then the next morning Joe had to get up because he was training for a race, so he wanted to run around the island, and he even found a runners club which told him the best route to run. The bridge that you see here is called Le Coupe and it has the most iconic view. So I did join him after my lie-in, but I wasn't doing any running, just taking some pretty pictures. We did have the e-bikes and I did enjoy them, apart from when we had to get up this huge hill, which they wouldn't work on, so my face says it all. After exploring the island a little bit, we then went to the wedding venue to help set up. There wasn't much we could do because the whole family were on it, like Chelsey's crafty sister here. And then we went to the restaurant at La Seigneurie for some lunch, which was absolutely stunning. I think this is one of my favourite meals when I was there. I got some crab and then I got some crab bisque because I'm so obsessed with the crab over here. It's mega fresh. We would always meet up in the middle of the crossroads on our e-bikes, have a little chat, and then that night it was time for a little pre-wedding party at Chelsey's parents' lodge. We had lots of barbecue food and a little bit of champagne, not too much because we didn't want the hangover for the next day. And then all of the bridesmaids stayed in Chelsey's cottage. On the morning of the wedding, Chelsey had made us a little goodie bag with slippers and some other treats in there. The champagne was ready and I got to work doing the bridesmaids' makeup and of course the brides. Very nerve-wracking, but she did say she loved it, so that was panic over. And then she got this gorgeous little baby grow for Sophia for when she got tired of being in her dress throughout the day, which was very thoughtful. And then the hair lady turned up to make her hair look fabulous. The photographer also took some pictures of us midway in between us getting ready. And then time just flew by and it was time to get Chelsey in her dress. This was quite an emotional moment. Meanwhile, the groom and my husband were getting the lads pictures with the beers. And then it was time to get our horse and cart down to the venue. Chelsey shortly followed with her dad and it was the most gorgeous day. I can't believe how perfect the weather was. We had the gorgeous ceremony outside in the grounds and Chelsey's brother was ordained so that he could marry them, which I always thought was so cool when I saw it on TV because it's not very common in the UK. It's more of like an American thing, but Chelsey's dad is American, so it makes sense. We then had some really yummy hors d'oeuvres. Look at the blue sky in the background, stunning. And a string quartet performed, which was fabulous. They did some Disney songs and even a bit of S Club 7, so they didn't just keep it to the classical songs. It was really cool. And then we had some games that we could play whilst the bride and groom were getting pictures. And then we got the family and friend shots, of course. My next challenge was to sing at the reception, which I was very nervous about as I hadn't sang in about a year and a half as I've had a baby, but that went really well. I sang with the groom's best friend. What was really nice was that my daughter got to see me perform for the first time, so here she is with my mum and dad and my husband Joe. Whilst we were at the reception, the bride and groom were getting some incredible shots on the bridge that I was speaking about before, and then it was time for the wedding breakfast. So here are the groomsmen coming in and trying to outdo the bridesmaids with our entrance, which was clearly better, and then it was time for the bride and groom to come in and join the rest of us. The room looked absolutely insane. I loved what they did with it, and we had the beautiful speeches, and it was just a really, really nice day and a gorgeous meal as well. Some really nice touches were that they were really big into travel, so they had this beautiful table, and then they had this glass vase to sign as the guest book, which was really unique.
3, 2, 1! Yay!
It was so nice to finally see my best friend of about 25 years finally get married, but enough of the soppiness. We then went on to the night do, which was even better, and my favourite moment of the wedding. I know it's bad to say, but it was the father-daughter dance. Nobody had any idea, and Mark, you absolutely smashed it. Then it was on to the first dance, and I really, really love this song that they chose. It makes me well up every time I hear it. I don't think I've ever seen a prettier dance floor area, and we used it. We danced the absolute night away. And Chelsey thought of everything. We had personalised shades, we had fake tattoos, and we even had neon lights, which Sophia enjoyed immensely. A lot of alcohol was consumed, to the point where I had to take the fireball shots off Chelsey because it's her favourite shot, and she was getting a bit ahead of herself. And soon after that we did sparklers, and the happy couple strolled off to their lovely cottage. The next day was a leisurely stroll to breakfast. We just found a cafe near where the shops are, but when I say shops, there's about 3, so it's a very, very small town. After that, we met everybody at the pub for a wedding debrief, and then got the good old tractor back down to the boats to get back onto the bigger island, which is Guernsey. It was the perfect day, such a nice sunny day for it, and it was made better by this clip of Chelsey's dad and new husband linking arms as they left the island. However, it was not the end of the holiday for me and Chelsey and her family. We made our way to Guernsey, which is the bigger island near Sark, and the adventure began for a nice little holiday just to wrap things up there. Once we'd arrived on Guernsey, we had to say goodbye to my parents, so we took them for lunch at the Octopus, which is, I think without a doubt, the best restaurant on the island, so I would definitely recommend going there. And whilst we relaxed and enjoyed the view, fair play to them, Chelsey and Rob got back into their wedding attire to have pictures at the chapel in Guernsey, which is beautiful. And then we met them at the hotel we were both staying in, and they had some drone footage on the balcony, so that was really gorgeous.
He's got it in his eye!
We then kept it chilled throughout the stay. We did things like a little beach day, which Sophia absolutely loved.
Sophia!
Oh, where's Mommy? Hi. Hello.
Good morning!
Where's Mummy? Where is your mum? Where is your mum?
We then had a barbecue at Chelsey's brother's house, which may sound confusing, but he actually lives on Guernsey. So we had a really nice time there and had the most beautiful sunset. The Channel Islands are definitely known for those. And then we headed back to Cobo Bay Hotel where we were all staying, which was a lovely place, and had some rosé while gazing out onto this beautiful view. So we had a fantastic time. Really, really happy for Chelsey and Rob. Congratulations once again, even though it was back in August. We are months later now. It's better late than never. And we came home to our beautiful chocolate Labrador. Thanks for watching, and I'll probably see you in another 6 months for the next adventure.